Kesha,
Hi.
hello, nice to meet you. How are you
Nice
doing?
to meet you. I'm good. How are you?
Good, very well. I just wanted to say great shoes first before
Hey.
we do anything else. Now that that's out of the way, I was hoping that maybe I could talk to you a little bit about magic.
Sure, yeah,
is that
I love
okay?
magic.
Because like that, I've read from a number of different sources that that's one of the main themes of your new album. But we're not talking like David Copperfield magic here, are we?
No, I mean, I like that kind too.
Sure.
But I'm talking more the magic that we experience in life, whether it's love or a drunken evening,
Yep.
dancing till the sun rises, making out with a ghost. There are lots of different ways to experience the magic of life.
Well, now, making out with the ghost came up a bit earlier than perhaps I was expecting, but seeing as you've mentioned it, we're going to have to go there now, even though you've just spoken about it, I know. But it's the subject of one of the songs on the album, isn't it?
Yeah.
This presumably really did happen to you?
Yeah, I really did. I know it's hard to understand if you haven't experienced it firsthand, but
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
And what exactly happened?
I lived in a house, and there was an energy there that was very sexual, dark, mysterious, magnetic. And one night he just made a move.
Right.
And then I was living in this place for a couple months. And it was really bizarre and hot. But then I decided, I was like, I need to probably move out. In the day that I was moving out, I found a snake under my pillow.
Like a leaving present for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And this was definitely a guy ghost?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can just tell?
I could just tell.
Okay. Do you think some people are more kind of prone to things like that happening to them than others?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm prone to that because
Yeah.
I'm very open to the supernatural. I've experienced multiple ghosts in my life, or supernatural energies, whatever you want to call them.
Okay. And do you think, at the risk of sounding a bit grand, do you think there's a reason this stuff happens to you?
They just love to fuck with me, mainly.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the album even, it's called Animal. And in contrast to your first album, it's got quite a lot of kind of 70s rock influences on it.
Yeah,
Bands like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin.
definitely.
Led Zeppelin obviously had a fair bit to do with the occult, stuff like that as well.
I know.
Was there a connection there? Was that part of the reason you were drawn to that era of music?
I think there is an essence of the occult in a lot of 70s bands that I listen to. There's also like Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, and maybe I've been hanging out too much with Alice Cooper, and I love Zeppelin. So it's just like the symbolism and the occult is kind of always in the peripheral of those bands. Like they always have a little bit of symbolism and they reference it. So I am definitely drawn to the occult.
Have you met Jimmy Page?
Not yet.
Not yet. But that's on the cards, is it?
Oh, it's on my list.
Okay, good. Now, we spoke about sort of 70s era rock, and there's a quote from you which I thought was really good. You were talking about that kind of music, and you said it's about irreverence and sexiness and fun. Do you think there's a sense in which people take themselves too seriously these days? That everyone's a bit ironic and a bit arch?
I don't think everybody, but I do think that we've become serious. I mean, at least with me, I'm making pop music. It's kind of silly.
Right.
Like,
But at the same time,
I'm a bit of a jackass, but that's on purpose.
Okay. So you're difficult to pin down.
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. But I mean, you talk about pop music like it's a throwaway thing, but I know you take it seriously.
No, I take it very seriously. I
Yeah.
can reach millions of people, and I love what I do, and I take what I do very seriously. But I don't take myself incredibly seriously all the time. There are certain topics that I would, but for the most part, like, I'm here to entertain.